Hey everybody, Dave here with Sell House Columbus, Sell House Ohio, and today we are doing an information video all about how to sell your house without having to pay a realtor commission and not having to pay any realtor fees if you want to sell your house by yourself. Now, here at Sell House Columbus, Sell House Ohio, we buy houses direct from the homeowner, so there's never any fees or commissions that you need to pay. We're a direct buyer, but in some instances, you may want to kind of explore your options and maybe you want to sell the house yourself or look for your own buyer. We make it extremely convenient. We're a cash buyer. We can make it happen extremely quickly. You can see all the testimonials on our YouTube channel, on our website, sellhousecolumbus.com. They speak for themselves. But some people, in the event that you would like to sell the property or attempt to sell the property yourself, we're going to cover these options for you today on how you can do that without having to pay any realtor commissions or fees. Now, first and foremost, we cooperate here as a company. We cooperate very well with other realtors and brokers and things like that. We have nothing against them. They do a great job. In fact, when we're selling, sometimes we buy properties and fix them up and sell them to what is called the retail market. And 90% of all real estate transactions happen through the multiple listing service, happen through realtors. They do a great job. We use them in our own business and our own dealings. But if you're looking to sell the property yourself, you could just do a good old fashioned for sale by owner type sign. I don't know how much that advertising is really going to work for you, but I do want to cover all options. A good old FISBO is what you call that, the for sale by owner. You stick your sign out there, and you are going to have to take these calls. You know, what I would suggest if you're taking calls from prospective buyers, you want to make sure that they're actually qualified to purchase the property. Make them show some kind of proof that they're either qualified for the financing to buy your house or that they actually have the cash. We do have that. We can easily prove to you all the transactions that we complete and whatnot that we are able to perform. But what you don't want to do is find yourself dealing with looky-loo type of buyers. They don't even have the money or the financing to qualify to buy your house, but they're wasting your time. And potentially you're going to get a lot of that if you just put a sign out in front of your yard. If the property's vacant, also, you got to be careful, because if you put a sign out there and the property's vacant, that also could be a sign to, vandals in the area. Maybe, they see the sign, they can tell the house is vacant. It could kind of make it somewhat of a target for vandalism, theft, and things like that. So be careful when it comes to putting a sign out there, but that is one way to potentially drive traffic, and be prepared to take those calls yourself. The next way you could do it is a for sale by owner online. And there's a lot of sites out there. Zillow has a great service. I believe they charge, so you got to expect to pay to play. But there's services out there. You can just Google search or do a chat GPT and find for sale by owner listing sites. And typically, like I said, I mean, they're a business too. They're probably going to charge you some money, but that would be a way to actually get your property in front of some prospective buyers without having to go the route of putting a sign out front. And again, you would probably use your own phone number in that event. So be prepared to take those calls. And once again, I want to hammer this point home. Make sure anyone that you are actually talking to and negotiating with, make sure they actually got the money. Make sure they're a serious buyer. We don't want you don't want to waste your time either. In fact, that's the reason people like working with us is we do not waste people's time. When you call us, get us on the phone, we're going to give you a straight offer, and if it works for you, great. If not, we'll shake hands and part as friends. No crime, no foul. This is not a used car dealership. There's no pressure whatsoever, and it's always worth it to at least see what we can do for you, because this is going to be the easiest route. But if you're going the for sale by owner route, the FISBO route, look into some of these online services. Zillow is one of them. Expect to pay a little money, but that will allow you to advertise your property online as a for sale by owner. And the last thing that I wanted to touch on is pretty good. You can do a flat fee type of broker. So there's a way to list your house and to get it on the MLS, the multiple listing service, which is in front of all the buyers and all the buyers that are represented by agents and whatnot. And it's called a flat fee broker. and you would just do a Google search, do a flat fee broker search, it is going to still run you about between $300 and $500 to get your property on there. You're going to want to take good pictures too. You might even consider getting professional pictures taken. It might be worth it for you. But this is basically going to be like listing your home on the MLS. It is going to be listing your home on the MLS, but there's no realtor commission for you to pay for somebody representing you. Now, here's the caveat. When you go this route, you do pay to get it on with the online broker, $300 to $500. But then this is going to be in front of other agents that are representing buyers. So these agents are going to bring you buyers if they're interested in your property. But remember, you're probably going to have to pay that agent. And the going rate is 3%. So yes, you're going to save money because you don't have a realtor representing you. So that's going to save you 3% right there. But if another realtor brings you a buyer, unless it's previously negotiated, right, where the buyer is going to pay their own realtor, and you can negotiate that too, you got to expect to kind of pay that realtor's commission. So you're going to end up paying a commission anyway. It's crazy. It's a little bit, it kind of sucks, right, for the seller of a piece of property. But nonetheless, the three ways, you can put a sign in front of the yard. You could use the for sale by owner type online listings. That's pay to play option. You can do a flat fee broker. That's pay to play, but you'll have to most likely end up paying that buyer's agent as well. If you want to cut through all this nonsense, if you don't want to take the calls, if you don't want to handle the paperwork, we haven't even got into the paperwork. That's a whole nother thing that you're going to have to kind of learn and do. And especially if a buyer is represented by an agent and you're not, they might sneak some stuff in that contract. You got to really be careful and know what you're doing. If you don't want to have to deal with this stuff and doing it all yourself, give us a call. This is what we do. We'll buy it directly from you. The paperwork that we use is easy enough for either a 90-year-old woman, which we just worked with a 90-year-old woman last week, or just honestly a teenager could understand this. This is very simple, no fancy language, no fine print, very, very straightforward and easy transaction, just like all the hundreds of people that have come before us here and come before you. We're going to make it easy for you. You can pick up the phone, give us a call, 614-300-5151, or you can visit us online, sellhousecolumbus.com. My name is Dave. I'll more than likely be one of the people that you work with here. If you don't work with me, everyone on our team is super polite. We all know what we're doing. We've been doing this for a long time. We're not going to waste your time. We look forward to working with you. So pick up the phone, give us a call, 614-300-5151, or visit us online, sellhousecolumbus.com. Look forward to working with you. I'll see you soon.